Hello guys, welcome to another video here on FPLcrisp. Today we'll be looking at the possible wildcard team for those who are considering activating the wildcard in the game week 10. The wildcard has since been activated in the game week 8, but I do think game week 10 is still a good time to activate the wildcard for those who are yet to activate theirs. Now jumping straight in goal we see Giata from Crystal Palace. Good run of fixtures for the Crystal Palace man. Makes a couple of saves in his games also, which sees him as a good fit. Next up is Iverson. Iverson is practically a placeholder here, knowing fully well it's 3.9 mil, having a 0.1 mil extra on the likes of Danny Ward could be beneficial on the long run. In our defense, we see Conor Cody. Conor Cody is part of the Everton team who have conceded 9 goals, which is the least number of goals conceded by any team this season, along with 3 other teams. There is also that bit of attacking trait which he poses during game weeks, especially in corners and cases of set piece. We also see Anderson in the team, which is primarily because he also poses an attacking trait during corners and set pieces, and Crystal Palace actually have a good run of fixtures coming their way. Next up is Xiao Cancello. Amazing performance at the weekend where he did score a goal, had an assist, and came out with a clean sheet in that game week. Very instrumental owning him in your team, although he has a blank game week 12, but you could easily make the case for him sitting down on the bench in that game week. Rich James also is in the team. I think among the premium defenders now, there are few who are performing well. Rich James not being one of them, but knowing what he's capable of, and Chelsea starting to keep clean sheets, it could be a very nice one owning him in your team. Tyrone Mings also is in our team. It's a budget pick. The plan is for him to be used mostly as a substitute, but once or twice you could make the case for him coming in into games where other defenders may have tough fixtures. If you're enjoying this video, do give us a like. That subscribe button will be very grateful also if you hit it. Rashford also a good pick in the team. We are unfortunate to see his goal at the weekend ruled out for a handball. The formation currently used by his coach kind of favors the forward, where occasionally he has the chance running in behind defenses. A great pick if you ask me. Next up is Martinelli. Great form since the beginning of the season. If you've not gotten him, it's always a good time, a good decision to get him into your team. He's second for shots on target with 12 for Arsenal, having scored 4 of those, and he also gets 1 or 2 occasional bonus points in his games. Next up, we see Trossard. Trossard is currently joint fourth for points among midfielders in the FPL so far, with 8 points separating him and Foden, which is currently number 1 on 62 points. Certainly a big differential if you ask me, with his ownership not off the chart, and his next couple of games are against Brentford, Nottingham Forest. These are games where he could get 1 or 2 returns easily. We also see Zaha in the team. With Zaha, as we mentioned earlier, has great fixtures in the next round of games. Also among his teammates, he's number 1 to go for in the attacking sphere, seeing he has amassed more FPL points than other teammates. He's also number 1 for goal and shots on target among his teammates so far this season. James Madison also makes the wildcard draft. In attack, we see Erling Haaland. If you feel Erling Haaland is not one who should be in your team, please drop on the comment section your reason for such thinking. As we see, everyone also knows he is number 1 pick since the beginning of the season. Pulling in audacious FPL points, he sits at 102 points this season, which the number 2 person, Hurricane, sits on 63 points. Right now, it's a question of how many FPL points will he be finishing this season. Will he be breaking Mo Salah's 303 FPL points, which he got in the 2017-2018 season? At the moment, the projections are he's likely going to be surpassing that and finishing close to or more than 400 FPL points. That would be great if you ask me. Hurricane also is in the mix. The most efficient FPL asset if you ask me. He has 30 goal involvement in 30 games since the beginning of the year. Only second to Erling Haaland on goals, expected goals, FPL points since the beginning of the season. I feel for sure returns he is your best pick among the premiums. Of course, after Erling Haaland. We also look at Solanke, a great budget pick with his price range, can be a good first substitute in the team most times. However, his next couple of games are one which you could make the case for starting him in your team. His next three games are against Fulham, Southampton, West Ham. These are games that are not bad and he could easily get one or two returns in. That could easily be our team. However, there are a couple of alternatives one could also imagine going for. Two good picks would be Phil Foden and Harvey Barnes. With the number of attacking returns Man City have been pulling in, Foden is certainly a great pick. Second in number of goals in Premier League for Man City with 6 goals, and is also second for assists, only second to Kevin De Bruyne in the Man City dugout. Only reason to hold off on this transfer right now would be because of the game week 12 blank, and it would be unnecessary for now having in too many Manchester City assets. Hans is one to also consider. Next couple of fixtures for Leicester City are very good attacking wise. A game against Crystal Palace and a game followed by Leeds are games where you could see him bag a couple of returns, and it's a great budget pick if you ask me, currently on 6.9 million. Now heading straight into what our team is going to be looking like for the game week. This is what the team will be looking like if we were to perform a wild card now. I think this will be the best team to field, the best 11. Also, the bench would stand like this for the game week. Once again, if you enjoyed this video, do give us a like. Don't forget to also subscribe for more content in the future. Goodbye for now.